I'm Roseanne Burton, and I'm here to welcome you to Energy Training for volunteers working with students learning to read. We're going to break this into 4 segments: emergent readers, early readers, transitional readers, and fluent readers. Some of the work you do with the different levels of reading will be the same, and some is based on their needs. Transitional readers stop at level O. When you get to a level O book, there are almost no pictures.
Wow.
So there is no chance to get any picture clues on a word. Whoops, there's a picture, but not too many. So they're very sporadic. By the time you get to this book, and you haven't read the book, and they haven't, when they're rereading or doing something else, you're going to read 3 or 4 pages and ask the questions on those 3 or 4 pages. You can't be expected to know this whole book. But you can be expected. You can ask yourself to read 2 or 3 pages and just say at this point. A trick that I always used is, what page are you in the book? Okay, so they will say, all right, I'm on this page. So I will back up and maybe read 2 pages before that page up to here, and then start to ask my question, what's happening? How did this happen? What did he do to get here? And then, what do you think will happen next? And so sometimes I write down what they think will happen next and put it where I can see it, and when they get there, they say, I was right, I was wrong. The author went this way. So you're letting them use their brain to validate what's going to come next. Okay. A level O book is finding multiple copies, and again, working with 2 or more kids at the same time. They can ask the questions as well as you asking the questions. If you've read the book, they love to quiz you. Writing questions out for each other sometimes helps because they don't necessarily know how to think of a question, but they can talk about it. You can give them a starter. You know, can you talk about Ramona? What's happening to Ramona? How's she getting along with her brother today in this part? So that's another way, and that's an advantage. There are some books that have multiple copies that can be in a group of kids in the same level. If you have a couple kids, you want them to work together and you're not sure what level because they're different, go to the lowest level of the students that are there. Because then everybody will be able to read it, and it will never be too easy. A book can never be too easy, but it can be too hard. So especially if you want to encourage talking, you might take everyone down a little bit of a level so that they really learn to talk about a book. We're going to go to the last level of books right now, which is Fluent Readers, levels P to Z. There is not much difference between P to Z books and LM and O, except the vocabulary, the complexity of text, how this author puts sentences together. They start to do flashbacks, remember when, and they bring many more shades of meaning. So this is all comprehension. They should know almost all the words or be able to figure them out, but the comprehension is key. Very much of what goes beyond the text. Analyzing the character development, how the character changes, what they're going to do. This level of reading works well if there's more than one person reading the book and they have a tutor that's read the book. So maybe it's a tutor that comes once a week that discusses that book with them, and other tutors read a short story or a magazine article that you can do at one time. But the comprehension is the key at this level. So, reading aloud to students, any age student, all the way up to high school, college, loves to be read aloud to. And then you can pick a book that's above their level and ask the questions. They can converse with you. You will know that they have heard it, and can they understand it? Especially if you have a student that is not comprehending what they read, you can go back, you want to teach the comprehension by reading aloud to them. so that they can see exactly how you inflect your voice, how you know where to go. If they have a topic that really interests them, you can find books in the library, you can find books here. You can ask around among yourselves on what books you might want. I know last summer that Carol picked out books that were by a topic so that they focused on a topic for a while. And but that will definitely pull that comprehension in.